Rockstar guitar. There are only 7 letters in the music alphabet: A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Once we get to G, we start again. Let me play them for you. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. On the guitar, the distance from one fret to the next is called a semitone or a half step. The distance of 2 frets is called a tone or a whole step. There are 2 frets or a whole step or a tone between every letter of the music alphabet except for B to C, which is a semitone, 1 fret, and E to F, which is also a semitone or 1 fret. All the rest have 2 frets or a tone between them. I tell students to think of big cats eat fish as a way to remember which notes only have a semitone between them. Big cats, BC, eat fish, EF. Remembering that is going to make it much easier to identify our notes later on. Let's start with the first 3 letters of the music alphabet, A, B, C. I'm going to the 5th string, which is an A string. So the open string is A, 2nd fret is B, 3rd fret is C. Hopefully you remember that B to C is a semitone, big cats. So I've got A, B, C. And I'm going to play A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C. But I'm going to do it as power chords like this. And in my head I'm thinking A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C. Now I'm going to move on to the last 3 notes of the music alphabet, E, F, and G. So I'm going to go to string 6. Open is E. 1st fret is F because big cats eat fish. E, fish, 1 fret or a semitone. Then up to the 3rd fret for G. So I've got E, F, G. And I'm going to play F, E, E. F, G, F, F, E, E. F, E, E. F, G, F, F, E, E. F, E, E. F, G, F, F, E, E. And the next step is going to be playing the notes across the 2 strings that we've covered so far. So I've got A, B, C, E, F, G. And I'm going to play A, A, F, F, G, G, A, A, F, F, G, G, A, A, F, F, G, G, F, 2, 3, and E. And now I'm going to play those notes in a more complicated riff. I'm going to go A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, then F, G, A, F, G, A, G, C, D. Like this. A, B, C, A, B, C, A, B, C, F, G, A, F, G, A, G, C, D. And now I'm going to add the missing D that we haven't played yet. I'm going to play that at the 5th fret of the A string. So A, B, C, D. And I'm going to play A, B, C, D, D. Then I'm going to go to the G that we have learned on the 6th string and play a muted G. Power chord. So I get this. A, B, C, D, D, G, G. A, B, C, D, D, G, G. A, B, C, D, D, G, G. Let's talk about an octave as an interval. So for example from A until we hit the same note again. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. So this is an A, this is an A, this is a higher octave A, or this is the lower octave A. We can do the same here. Here's an E, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. I've gone to E at the 7th fret of the 5th string. So I can also play E, F, G, A, play an A here. Same note as this. So it's giving me options, different places I can play the same notes. So let's play a new riff. I'm going to play the A note on string 6 at fret 5, then go down to G, then I'm going to go F, D, F, D, F, G. It's going to go A, G, F, D, F, D, F, D, F, G. And now I'm going to go to the D that we just introduced at fret 5 on the A string and play. Then go to the 7th fret to play the E. So altogether we have A, G, F, D, F, D, F, D, F, G, A, G, F, D, F, D, F, D, F, G, A, G, F, D, F, D, F, D, F, G, D, D. Here's another song that uses these new positions that we've introduced. I'm going to start at the E 7th fret and go move down to the G on the 6th string, then to the A on the 6th string, then go back to the 5th string for the C, and then E. So I get this. Let's quickly talk about pitch. The guitar is a little confusing because notes get higher in pitch as we move towards the floor. So if I play a scale, you can hear that this is higher in pitch than this note. As I descend the scale, the notes go down in pitch. So on the guitar, moving in this direction, you're actually going up in pitch. And if I go in this direction, I'm actually going down in pitch, which is the opposite of how we're physically moving. So we have to think about pitch and not the physical movements. As we move along the fretboard from the headstock towards the body, the notes also go up in pitch. And opposite, if we move towards the headstock, they go down in pitch. So we can say we're moving up the neck as we move towards the body because we're going up in pitch, and we can move down the neck. So we've got two different ways of going up. We can go up, or we can go up by moving across the strings. Let's talk about accidentals, or sharps and flats. Basically, they are the notes in between the letters of the music alphabet, or the frets in between. So I've got A, B, C, D. I can go in between, and I can call this note here C sharp, because this is C sharp. A sharp just raises the note by a semitone, or one fret. And that's the same for each note. So if I was on D, move up one fret, I could call it D sharp. Here's G, G sharp. I can also move lower, and it becomes a flat. So here's my D. I move backwards. Now it's D flat. Here's A. Now it's A flat. Each of these accidentals, or these in between notes, in between frets, can have two names. I can call this C sharp because I've come up from C, or I can call it D flat, same note. There is actually only one correct name for these notes, but we have to understand key signatures to know which note to call it. So for now, let's ignore that and just simply go, if we go up, we'll call it a sharp, and if we go down, we'll call it a flat. Right, let's start playing some riffs. I'm going to play A. I'm going to move up to the 4th fret, which is going to be C sharp. And then I'm going to go to, here's F, F sharp. So I'm going to get this A, C sharp, F sharp, A, C sharp, F sharp, A, C sharp, F sharp. So in the last riff we played a C sharp and an F sharp. I can play these notes higher up. So here's my F sharp, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, F, F sharp. I can play my C sharp, E, F, G, A, B, C, C sharp. So I can play C sharp here, I can play F sharp here. And that's what I'm going to do in the following song, where I'm going to go 9, 5, 7, which will be F sharp, C sharp, D, D, E, F sharp, C sharp, D, D, E. Then I'm going to do a little single note line where I go E, into the C sharp, to a C natural, to a B. As I said before, there are certain rules about how we label our accidentals. So it's not always as simple as going, oh, here's A, I've moved down, that's going to be A flat. This could be G sharp. It depends on the key and the key signature. So we have to know quite a bit of theory to understand that. So for now, let's play a riff that has an F sharp and an F natural in it. This is going to go like this. A, G, F sharp, F, B, A, G, F sharp, F, B. Here's another riff that uses the same power chords. So I'm going to have A to G to F sharp to F, E. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to start fret 7, it's a B note. We're going to move up to D at 10. Then we're going to go to E, that's a 12th fret. This is an octave of the open string. Then we're going to go up to G at the 15th fret, same as this note down here, just an octave higher. Then F sharp, and we're going to slide twice, and then down to 10, and then 10, 12, 12. So we get B, D, D, E, This final riff starts with an A5, then a couple percussive muted strums, and then we jump up to fret 10, which is a D note, then move down to D flat, and down to C, and then we're going to hit another percussive, and then a slide from C to D. The guitar fretboard can be difficult to navigate and find your way around. One of the things that helped me to understand it better was to think of it as two countries, two neighboring countries, and one is in a different time zone. So I think of strings 6, 5, 4, and 3 as one country, and strings 2 and 1 as the neighboring country. All the rules and conventions and everything all work the same in each of the countries, except that in this country we have to make an adjustment for the time difference. That time difference is 1 fret, or 1 hour. This can be illustrated when we talk about octave shapes. So, this is a G note. If I go up 2 strings higher and 2 frets higher, I have got the octave. And that happens on the next group of strings as well. If I go to a C, and I go 2 frets higher and 2 strings higher, the same thing happens. But when I go to string 4 and play the 3rd fret, the F, if I try to play that same pattern, 1, 2 strings higher and 2 frets higher, hold on, that's not right. That's because this note is in the different country, and I need to shift 1 fret higher to make up for the time difference, because it's in a different time zone. So now I'm going to go across 2 strings and up 3 frets, and I'll find the same note. It's going to happen here because I'm going across 2 different countries, so I'm on the 3rd string, and I go up 1, 2 strings and up 1, 2, 3 frets, and I found the octave. So we can quickly identify all the notes on the guitar now using the notes we know on these top 2 strings, strings 6 and 5. So if I wanted to figure out any notes on the 4th string, I can just go, oh, here's an F, that's an F, there's a G, maybe here's an A sharp. Same here, I can go, here's C, up 2, so I can figure out the names of all these notes on this string as well. I can cross over the time zone and do the same thing for the 2nd string, but I will need to go up 3 frets, 2 strings and 3 frets. So I can work out the names of the notes on this string. And everything on the 1st string is exactly the same as the 6th string, just 2 octaves higher. This is E, this is E. So if I go E, F, G, this is E, F, G. So it might take a little bit of time to work it out, but we can identify all the notes, and eventually you get much quicker at them, and you start recognizing them. Just like when you meet someone new and you're not sure of their name, but eventually after you've talked to them enough and seen them enough, you know their name off by heart. Same will happen with the names of the notes on the fretboard.
These go to 11.